Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yen. For those of you that are new here, if you guys haven't watched my first part to this video, then click the little link above and that will basically explain everything. But I decided to do a part 2 of a Depop guide, and in this video I really don't know what I'm going to be talking about, but I'm just going to basically share experiences and just some extra information for those of you that want to know more about how to use Depop and what you might experience. And I hope that this is helpful. Some of you guys reached out to me and let me know that it really helped you. That makes me really happy to know that it was actually useful. If you guys don't know, I actually sell clothes or thrifted things on Depop. My user is at @Sishko, and I actually also have an Instagram for you guys to check out. And I know this is a lot of plugs, but you can also check out my Instagram at YENNIEPOOO, and always message me whenever you guys have a question concerning like Depop or something you're going through. But without further ado, if you guys are interested, then let's get into this video. So I felt like I was talking so much, but before I get started, I just want to say that with everything going on in the world right now, it is very important for you guys to be aware and just educate yourselves and make sure you guys are eligible to vote if you can, and make sure you show up. Every vote is important, and that is the main thing that everyone should know. Just know that Black Lives Matter. That's why I have been gone for like a month, just because I wanted to make sure that I am educating myself. I just wanted to say that, you know, we have to keep fighting for it. And now I'm happy to be back to just share my life and whatever I'm doing with you guys. So thank you guys for supporting me. So like I said, I don't really have much, but I have my phone right here, and this is such a cute phone case that I found from Amazon. But I made a little list, like really little list, and I think the main thing I wanted to talk about is dealing with customers on Depop. And there are a lot of little issues that I have experienced, and people learn through experiences, but I don't want you guys to have to deal with all of that because it's really annoying. So the first thing you do to avoid trouble is, I have to really emphasize this, make your description as descriptive as possible. So if you guys don't have a shop policies or just like your rules, I guess you can say, then make sure you mention it in your post. Like every single item that you list, make sure you put that at the end. So under my shop policies, I'm gonna put it on the screen right here so you guys can see, but I put no refunds, returns, exchanges, or trades. All items are final sale, just because I just don't accept that. And then I put please make sure your address on PayPal and Depop are updated before making a purchase, because I have experienced this and this will make you lose money. You guys that are selling items, please make sure you mention this, because it is not your fault that the buyer has put an incorrect address. And I don't want to come across as being rude, but it's just really annoying when it's not your fault and you're losing money, you know? For those of you guys that don't know, when a customer buys something from your shop, you get 2 notifications. The first notification is that the buyer has sent the payment to your account. So for example, someone bought a shirt for $10 and they paid $3 for shipping. So the total that will be sent to my account will be $13. However, I didn't pay for shipping, so Depop will take that money out of my account. So the second notification you'll get from PayPal is the Depop notification. The $3 that the customer paid for shipping will be taken out of my account, and the 10% of the $10 item that they bought. I hope that was clear to you guys. So let's say that the customer put the wrong address and you can't ship it there. You might be thinking, well, what am I losing? Because I'm refunding them the full purchase. They're just gonna buy it again. So why would I lose money? Well, the thing is, after Depop takes that $3 shipping from your account from the initial purchase, when you refund the customer the $13, the shipping cost is coming out of your pocket. Depop is not going to refund you the $3 for you to be able to refund the buyer. They're just going to keep that shipping cost. You're taking the money out of your pocket to cover the shipping cost that they put the wrong address for. It can be quite expensive if shipping is high. I try to mention that in my posts now because not everybody might look at my shop policies. And then the next points I have is all items are pre-loved / vintage unless otherwise stated in the description. So this is also really important because I know some people don't really mention it, but that will affect your reviews later on. So I try to let them know that everything they're buying is vintage or pre-loved, secondhand. So of course there might be flaws that I have missed, you know, but I try to look thoroughly at the items before and mention all the flaws. But I know that some buyers don't mention anything. I don't mind you guys messaging me if you guys are curious about anything. So just feel free to message the buyer regarding stains, flaws, whatever else that you want to know. And these are like little things you can tweak on your posts just so that you can minimize the amount of trouble. This might seem annoying and a lot to do, but just make basically like a preset little outline for your posts, like for your description area. So this is mine right here. I have it in my notes. So I put like title, description, size, condition, all of this. I just copy and paste, and that made my life so much easier. So the next thing I'm gonna be talking about is something I received from Instagram regarding PayPal and shipping. If you guys have any more questions, let me know down below. I can do a part 3 too, but I just don't know what to talk about, so give me some topics to talk about. So PayPal is a little bit confusing because there are a lot of little things that go into it and I might not know all of it. So if you guys have experiences that you want to share, let others know down below also. One thing about PayPal that I have experienced is someone bought an item from me, but I didn't receive the payment right away. It was a pending charge. It was a pending, so that means that it's not in my balance yet, and there has to be a reason for why the amount was pending. So in my case, I knew the reason because the buyer wanted a refund because she put the wrong address. And like I've mentioned, it's not the first time that I have encountered someone who put the wrong address. I told the buyer that I'm sorry, but I don't do refunds, and I have stated in my description that if you put the wrong address, additional charges will apply. They blocked me, so I had no way of resolving this issue, and they reported the case to PayPal. Basically, that's the reason why my thing was pending, and PayPal will reach out to you with an email and will let you know about the claim, and you can add your side of the story, and then they can like determine the case, who will get or what will happen to the money. And after a few days or like the next day or something, I just realized, you know what, I am just gonna take the L and just refund the buyer because I don't want to deal with all of this. Next time I might just let PayPal decide. PayPal might even give money to both sides. If you guys see a pending amount, check your emails. If you go to paypal.com on your desktop, you will be able to find, like, I think either under activities or something like that, and there will be a link for claims, and you can always click that and see if they say anything. Or what you can do is also email them, and you can always message your buyer on Depop. I just saw some questions about Depop, whether it's better than Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, different selling websites, and I think Depop is great. If you're selling like really vintage or trendy, unique pieces, I think Depop is the spot because a lot of people on Depop really want to see unique items. And the main items that really sell are name brands. Like always, people will always be looking for those things. So if you guys have some items that are like Levi's or, you know, whatever it is, add it with items that are more like unique, but like they're not really name brand. You can always add like a whole bunch of stuff and then a few name brand items, so then when people are actually searching for the name brand items, they can see your accounts and they'll go check it out, and you know, they can always discover new items. I cross list. So cross listing is you basically copy to different platforms the same items. I use Mercari, Depop, and Poshmark. On Poshmark, things, they take 20% off for sellers, so that's one con of Poshmark, and the shipping is really high for buyers as well, so it's like a con and a con. So that's one thing about Poshmark. A lot of people on Mercari sell things for cheap, and they're trying to like get rid of items, so that's one thing about Mercari. You can of course sell items at a higher price. eBay, I don't use eBay, but I am thinking about it. At the end of the day, you get more exposure by cross-listing. I would also say that if you want to get exposure on your clothes, make sure your description and tags are attractive. I think that's the main thing that will drive people to your page and buy your clothes. Another thing is whether followers are important. Of course, I think that following will give you exposure and more people will buy in the long run, but I think most of the sales come from your descriptions. But if you have a large following, then those followers will see your items first. To summarize, I would say that Depop is really organized, and in the way of the layout, I really like that. It's easy to see and it's kind of like Instagram, so it's kind of appealing. Shipping can be a little bit confusing, but once you get like down on it, then it's not that hard. You can always use their shipping, the Depop shipping, and that will save you some time. If you guys have any questions about shipping, go to my first video and check that out. I try to explain it thoroughly there. They don't really do disputes or anything like that. So that's through PayPal, so sometimes buyers might try to scam you, but make sure you have the tracking information and everything like that to protect yourself. And they only take 10% of the price you're selling, so that's a pro. And for Poshmark, I would say the pros are you can sell a lot of designer. Don't like something, you can file a dispute. So as a seller, that's one thing I don't really like, is the disputes, because you don't get your money. They hold your money. They leave it and make sure that the customer is satisfied with their items before you get the money, or after 3 days of the items being delivered, you will get your money. Shipping is really fast because they have prepaid labels for you, so you don't have to worry about shipping. So that's the only, or that's one of the few good things for me on Poshmark. I like Mercari because they also only take 10% off, and also PayPal doesn't take a fee from your account because you don't really use PayPal. So that's another good thing with Mercari. You earn more on Mercari. I think they do refunds and returns. I also think that buyers like to buy stuff like Adidas, Nike, Victoria's Secret, Pink, and stuff like that on Mercari a lot more. So if you guys are interested in selling, those are the 3 platforms that I use, and hopefully can help you get a better understanding of which platforms you want to use. That is basically everything that I want to talk about today, because I feel like I've been talking for so long and my voice is really dry. If you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. So that's all that I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!